Hi and welcome. This is the end of the year, there's a lot of discounts, so let's see if we can find the best deal for any software photography you might be needing. So let's dig in. First of all, Capture One. As the classic, there are no cons, there are only pros. The badass black recovery stuff and pretty much the quality. It's great, it is fast, it is performant. Unfortunately, the price is a little bit steep because $400 is a lot. But, well, we can't really do much about this. And of course, we have... For Capture One, there is the monthly subscription, which sucks. We don't want anything like that, so I am looking only at this part. So this is $350. But what you can do also is... If you pick for a single camera type, like for Fujifilm or for Sony cameras, each of those costs only 229 euros, which is around 260 bucks. So this is something to consider. It might be a lot cheaper that way. And given if you would go with that license, I would say definitely go for it. Because all the rest, it's not really comparable to that. Because Dxo PhotoLab is awesome as a software. It's very fast, everything is performing great. But the essential stuff is 130 regular price, 110 is on discount. The Elite version, you obviously want the Elite version because there's a lot of stuff you will be missing. Like for example here, this is the discount price, holiday season up to 30%. And look how, like, Dxo Clearview Plus, this is this magical clarity filter that is only an Elite version. So yeah, you will have to buy this pretty much if you want it. This, like, obviously you have to always go with the Elite version. And if you go with the Elite version, so you would like to use split toning, meaning the changing the color for highlights and for shadows, you need to buy film pack here. So if you would go only with the Elite Edition 164, you need to buy this film pack for only that split toning feature for over almost 100 bucks more, 100 euros, sorry. So it's like $110 dollars. And of course you got some analog processing presets. Like, I don't give a fuck about those presets. I can do my own presets if I like. Obviously those are some additional effects, okay, great, but I don't care for them. I want my own style for my images. So, and to have only the split toning effect for over 100 bucks, it's crazy. And of course, Nick Collection, if you would like that, this is another 150 to be added. So overall you would have to, it would cost you 260 plus eventually the next Nick Collection for 150 regular or 100 on a sale. So if you would be going with 259 on a regular price for Fuji, Sony or Nikon cameras for Capture One, this would be the best case scenario for me for now. It would be very, very nice, I must say, because it's pretty much giving everything that is Dxo PhotoLab offering, and even more. Especially that Capture One is dedicated for tethering. You might not use it, but if you will use it only once, it will really make your life a lot easier. So there's that. I would definitely go to Capture One on that part for that price for single type cameras. If you, for example, have Fuji, Sony or Nikon and will not be changing cameras often, I would go with this. Okay, so Dxo PhotoLab is obviously overpriced. ON1 is nice on paper, but it's simply too slow. So as you can see, the price is also going down dramatically. There's of course the sale, so this is 20 bucks sale just right out of the bat. It's regularly, yeah, you can buy the subscription but nobody cares, so it's regular $130 dollars. But unfortunately it's slow on my PC, it's lagging, it's sluggish. This is a no-go for me. Lightroom obviously isn't a no-go because there is only a subscription. So you can see for 120 bucks you can already buy yourself ON1 PhotoLab, or you can buy an exposure or ACDC software. Like, why would you stick with Lightroom? I got no idea. If everything works for you fine with Lightroom, yeah, obviously, because you in that price also get Photoshop. So this is a very, very nice pro, right? Okay, but let's move forward. We got also Exposure X7 for 150 bucks. Usually for all of those software you can find some discount codes from YouTube or whatever other pages. And let's go for the exposure. Yeah, very much you got the bundle or the regular one for 130. The integrated snap art, it's pretty much making some artsy filters for your images, and that's it. Blow up high quality photo enlargement, great. I got it in Affinity and in a couple of other softwares, so I don't really need that. But if you would use this only once in a while, and the effect would be very, very pleasing for you, that 20 bucks is not much, I would say, for that. So yeah, and exposure was very, very fast, very nice interface because everything was laid out in a single view. So it is something to consider. Although on 4K resolution everything is very, very small, but this is something you can work with. Luminar. Luminar sucks because it's lagging, it's crashing, and I hate this, and it's always on sale. Like right now, for 25 bucks on Humble Bundle, you can get Aurora HDR, Luminar AI, and Luminar 4 for only $22.18. So I would definitely buy this just for having Luminar and a couple of filters that those software are giving you. Aurora is dedicated software for HDR, but you must be very careful because you can very fast and very easily make your photos look like shit. Luminar AI has some AI stuff which is not present in Luminar 4, and Luminar 4 has some filters that are, and effects that are not present in Luminar AI. This is easier, so you will have to buy all of that software so you can run, so you will have everything. And of course all those presets, some wallpapers or other stuff you can just use. You won't use this anyway. Lemur is something that you just simply show a folder to, and it will automatically enhance your photos, meaning it will flat out the histogram, bump up the shadows, lower down the highlights, add clarity, add contrast, etc, etc. Just the basic stuff you will always do, so all the pictures will be more or less the same. So definitely you should buy that. If you are already here, you can also buy on Humble Bundle the Corel package, and in the Corel package you got AfterShot. This is pretty much the same as ACDC Photo Studio Ultimate, more or less. I mean, all of those software are the same. Those are called DAM, the Digital Asset Management. So for only 25 bucks you can get this. You can get PaintShop Pro, which is Affinity Photoshop example, and some additional overlays and etc, which you might or not be using in the future. Some effects, some Visual Studio for videos, like a lot of software. Maybe if you will use at least one of those, it is definitely worth just to buy this and let it rest. It doesn't go anywhere, you can always install it later, but for that price you get a lot of stuff and a lot of value. So remember to check out Humble Bundle, and part of that also goes to charity, so there's that. So, ACDC I tested recently. It's not the best. It does have a very nice effect to the photos. Everything is consistent. It's not as contrasty as I would like, as I would imagine. It's not that over sharpened. It's very fine. Like, this software works. Remember that I'm growing to that it's not about software, because every program we are discussing can do pretty much everything you need. The problem is how fast you can get the result, and unfortunately, but you are paying a lot of stuff for time. If you pay, you get everything faster. Like Capture One and Dxo are great, fast working programs. SDC has some quirks. Luminar works like shit. ON1 also is a little bit of sluggish, but well, that's the main problem, right? I would say just pick one of those and stick with this, because every software will provide you with great results, and the most important part is your photo, because if the photo is boring, no software will make it more interesting. You will just simply have to do the photo somewhere. Like if you want an epic landscape, you need to be over at an epic landscape, not in the middle of a city. That's the bottom line. And just to mention, yeah, we got something like Lemur or Ash Shampoo software or Entropic Smart Photo Editor if you just want to edit something with one click and don't care about all those sliders, flags, local adjustments, etc, etc, etc. What I will be buying for now, I simply don't know. I'm very much tilted towards Exposure X7, but I'm also thinking about ACDC, to be honest, because it's a one-time fee and I got pretty much everything. Dxo, unfortunately, 260 is a lot, and the problem that I have with Dxo is if this would be 200 with the film pack that I get the split toning effect, I would buy Dxo PhotoLab. But I need to pay for essentials 290 on a regular price, and I don't have split toning, which is very important for me, so this is pure bullshit. And yeah, I won't buy this. I could eventually think about going with Capture One for the price of 259, but this is only for Fuji, Sony and Nikon. This is not for Canon users, unfortunately, so I can't really go with that. So from all of that, I would go with Exposure, definitely the cheaper version, because I don't need those artistic effects, to be honest. And there are some codes so you can get 10% off that, so it will be even cheaper. Luminar is cheap as hell, so yeah, like, this should also give you some idea. If this is that cheap, it's not that good. ACDC, yeah, on the discount it's $100 right now. Pretty okay. The same, more or less, the ballpark of Exposure X7 minus 10% here, and we are pretty much having the same price. Corel AfterShot, this is more or less the same as ACDC Photo Studio Ultimate, but by Corel. I mean, every one of those companies has a long history of developing and working into the industry, so you cannot really go bad with any of those ideas. And what can we do to have this cheaper? Run the trial and then just wait for the code that they will send you so you can buy the full version, right? You can wait for the Black Friday sucker discounts, on Christmas discount like now, or every New Year when there is Christmas, there are new versions, so there's discount on the older ones. If you, for example, log into a page or register and put your birthday, some websites offer you discounts especially for your birthday, like 10 or 15%. Maybe some of those pages also have this. Discount codes you can find pretty much anywhere on the internet, like using Honey plugin, and Humble Bundle is great for checking out software if you need. Like, for example, right now you got a shit ton of value for $50. You can get everything from Corel and everything from Luminar. And if you are wondering about new software to check out, I would definitely go with this. It's only €22, euros, so it's like $25. But you get a lot of stuff, you are able to test this, and you might be happy with this. And it's dirty cheap. For effects that are available in Luminar, you will be using this once in a while, but if you will be using this, it will save you a lot of time, and it's definitely worth it. For $22. Definitely yes. On the other hand, the Corel part, this is more of a Photoshop version of everything, so if you are using this, you can use this. Here you also have the AfterShot, so this is like Luminar, this is for managing photographies, etc. So there you have it, guys. I think it's everything I wanted to show you. Yeah, this is the ACDC Photo Studio. As you can see, full price $150, and now you got this only for $100, and maybe there are some discount codes additional. And yeah, that's it. So I will definitely go with Exposure X7. I will play around a little bit more with ACDC, and well, probably I will just simply buy Exposure in January after I'm out of my quarantine, so I will be able to snap some photos, and there you have it, guys. For now, I would go with this, but you need to think what do you need and why. Unfortunately, there is no one single best answer for that. If money is no issue, I would go with Capture One and buy the bundle for Dxo PhotoLab. If the money is issue, I would definitely go with the Humble Bundle. Here. So you can right now go and buy Luminar and or Corel AfterShot Pro 3, and you can play with those. And you get this only for $20 right now, 25. So this is totally shit ton of value for like no money at all. And that's the bottom line. So if you're wondering, again, buy this. If you have more money, buy this. You will have so much stuff to learn, to play with. It will take you ages to test everything. And there you have it. This is everything. If you need something more, or because maybe this or this will be the perfect case scenario for you. It's not for me, unfortunately. So for now, I'm tilted towards exposure. And there you have it. So, have a nice day, Merry Christmas, and see you next year. Bye for now.